telling you, oh, Isobo, Isoko, they are from Benin Kingdom. One simple statement. And it's as simple as that. You destroy the arguments of those who are not educated. The devil wants to come in. We cannot allow darkness to prevail over light. We represent light. We represent light itself. And this is Radio Biafra, I tell you. That is something you ought to know. That is something you ought to know. I believe even also that, let me try and see who is on WhatsApp if they can succeed. The caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? The caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? No, they cannot hear me. They cannot be able to hear me. Does anybody else here have something to say? If they do, then you give the microphone, please. Go ahead.
Freedom. Director, once again, welcome to Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur.
Thank you.
And you don't have to disturb yourself when the zoo government declare war against those that we are listening to Radio Biafra, because it shows that salvation have come.
That is true.
Yeah, when Yahweh Joshua was born, such declaration was made.
It's true, actually.
Good.
It's true.
So that means Biafra have do what? Come. They declare that everybody, especially the male babies, will be killed. And at the end, did the Yahweh Joshua was killed?
No.
So the same way they declare war against those that were listening to Radio Biafra, they are just wasting their time and energy because they are making Biafra more strong. Biafrans. Then another thing I want to say, Director, is about the zoo, because when people misquote you that you call Nigeria, or me, I don't even call, if you call them a zoo country, it's even a promotion. You even promote them. It's a slave country, because the name is Niger or Nigeria, which means slave. And that name, they have tried in many ways to bring us together, which they know that the country was built on top of lies. And the Yorubas, who always write a joke message or fake message news, like what they write that social people come from here, Benin, whatever, is their nature of life. Because if you watch when they want to make us to seem like we are the same by calling us Wazobia. When you come to verify that name very well, you will know that that name is totally what? Fake. Because in our language, anything Awarawa is fake. And that wa comes from Awarawa. Biafras. Then the zoo is from zoo. The zoo is from zoo. So the name of Nigeria have started existed as a zoo right from birth. Not even Buhari is even the second person to call a Nigeria a zoo. So the Nigeria themselves already called themselves a zoo long time ago. And at the end they put Bia, which comes from where? Biafra. Biafras. So that's why is Awarawa. Why zoo is zoo? They just remove one O to make it sound different, but the full meaning is what? Zoo. The beer, and if you check the names, only beer have a three meaning, which we as the children of Chukwuabiama believe in God the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, because whatever you are doing without Spirit is dead. And the beer stands from God, while I stand from Son, then A stands from what? Spirit. For the zoo is totally incomplete, because it's only two words. Y is only 2 words, and at the same time, that beer is representing a lot of things. That we score the highest mark in school, in exam, but we cannot be able to get admission. Yes, Bia is higher than Uzo. Bia is higher than Uwa. But at the end, somebody that scored 3 will not get an admission. Why somebody that scored 2 will get what? Admission. That is fake. From the zoo, Nigeria. So Biafra, what I'm telling you is that Biafra have come to stay. And there is no any challenge or fear. Because what they are trying to do is just to mount the fear in us. So that everybody will just go back. But they are just pushing us to come forward more and more. So Director, you are welcome. When our brother is singing the song, he said that Biafra, Director, in our language, when you want to sing, we say Biafra, Director. If I call him Biafra, it's even more better. Yes. We say Director, yes. When you want to praise God, we say God. Onye means the God that owns all the universe. Edumure means you are so good to me and you are so good to us. So you are highly welcome to Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia.
Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. Do we have a caller on the phone? Do we have a caller on the phone? No, they're not paying attention. Caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Can you
please? I call from Osun State.
From where?
From Osun State.
Osun State. What is your name?
My name is Tochukwu Bijenyi. I'm calling from Osun State.
Thank you very much, Tochukwu. Please go ahead.
Okay, sir. I thank you for your good work. For the good work we do for all the Biafran people. I agree to you. And I want to use this opportunity to call for our meeting next Sunday. Coming Sunday. For Osun State. Our meeting coming on Sunday by 5 p.m.
Yes.
The number we go call 080 35 68 92 01. I repeat 080 35 66 92 01 for Osun State meeting on Sunday by 5 p.m. I thank you, Director. All the things that you do, everybody will do for Osun State. I appreciate everything. I thank you.
Thank you very much,
Director.
Thank you very, very much. Thank you. This is Radio Biafra. We have somebody else on the phone. Can you hear me?
Hello?
The caller on the phone. Can you hear me?
Hello?
It sounds Yoruba to me. The caller on the phone. Can you hear me?
Yes, my able Director, my Lord. Good morning, sir.
And good morning to you.
Yes, this is Obina Orawaibo. You need me on Facebook, precise. I thank God that the Biafra is alive. And the dying over this, ask myself whether you don't have a real Igbo man again or a Biafra man that will raise Biafra from death again. I thank God Biafra is alive.
We thank you, God.
And God will always, no God believing, talk a little is not a real nearly that we, nothing that we even say, I guess it will work. We don't already block every evil that will come from anywhere to you. I thank God that Biafra is alive. The joy will get my mind. I don't think say much. Because overjoyed the worry me. Biafra is alive. The world is wicked. People dying in pain for long. We are dying for long. Where the Savior comes from? But thank God that the Savior is here. And we thank God that finally the Savior is here. Biafra is alive. I do evangelize our mission. I thank I thank Mazi in Japan. He has said it all. I'm very, very, very glad. I'm very, very happy.
People are. Thank you very much. And we thank Chukwu Okike Abiyama for everything, for making the impossible become possible, for the unification that is now happening all over the world, bringing together the children of light under one banner of truth, one banner of love, camaraderie, and brotherhood to ensure that Biafra comes in truth and in every honesty. Who else here has something to say?
Great Biafrans. Great Biafrans. My name is Ifechi Dele Somchi. I'm from Moji River, actually, like I said. Director.
Yes, please.
I called you Ugochinyere. Event you work more with Ugochinyere because our Imam has called you or Hamadike, but I don't. That name is a People's Club name. That name is for 4 decking people in our nature. That name, I hope is listening. So what you are, you go Chinyero, Biafran, or Hamadike and People's Club. You keep that name aside. Yeah. No, he won't do that 4 decking in our nature.
No.
So. Director, what I'm trying to say now is concern what is going on in our country now. Thank God that I'm here in person to let you know, because I've been calling to emphasize this, but I didn't get you. I want to let you know, every governor in Southeast, none of them supporting of Biafra. I will give instances now because I know a little bit. None of them in support of Biafra. Anyone if see that is like he's supporting people, doesn't know his faith in the court. I will give instances. When Adam Oshomole, maybe he's listening to me now, he will hear, because I know my voice is going anywhere. When Adam Oshomole was then president of Labour, whenever Obasanjo increased fuel, he will call for strike. When they increase the VAT from 5% to 10%, he called strike. This is what people used to vote him. When he lost to Osumbo or something like that, everybody took on the street. Keep on fighting that they must store him. That is the person they vote. They help him. Immediately they won in the court, he start working. Even the upper of Benin said, if he can be able to even break my fence to tie the road, carry on. Even the Okada people wanted to pay for even for tax. He was asking, they say no. He just worked for 2 years. Once he finished from Labour, he enters a Labour man, just like Okocha, because I come to Okocha now. He enters a Labour party. The same name he used as a Labour president. He won. Immediately they declare him winner. He entered. After 2 years, he become monster. Before he finished that first turn on, second turn on, after all good Lord help him, he enter again. He turn against, he become a snake. Now problem everywhere in Edo State. You go to when you go to Anambra, you always talk about killing of Biafra. The killing of Biafra did not start from. It didn't start from what they call it from. I'm coming. Not from Obiola. It started from Badruju, from NATO. That is where the NATO, when they start fighting, start declaring shoot aside from NATO. That's when he killed one woman and the husband, the Igwe. 2 of them are lawyers. Where his wife is pregnant. He killed that woman at that very time. That was when he went to Oka to go and submitted. He went and pay money when teachers was about 1 year strike at home. The reverend said, take this money, go back home. Go and pay the teachers you are owing. He come to he want to pay, do from luncheon, and they are owing teachers. They are at home for over 6 months. Because what happened? He was paying to Emeka Ofo. That he was godfather by then. Then after his own turn on, when Igige entered, Igige was working. Refused to pay his godfather, which is SLA Gologa. SLA said that he must pay his own amount. He refused to pay because this money belongs to Anambra people. If you pay this money, he cannot be able to work. They plan to go and put him for selling. Because of the work he did for Anambra, that is why Anambra people, even tomorrow, they still want to vote him. But this so-called useless man that is here, okay, now, because of Ojukwu name, which is Apoga, Obi come out. You that the same name, like you know what he did in London, when you are in London, to protest for him, he won. He went to court to win more than 2 times, even when the woman was doing, what's the name of the assistant? Etiaba. refused to even take when they say she should take over, he said no until he went for court again. When he came back, that time he entered first time, he claimed to be like say he's working. He want to do bridge, try to do tie some road in Anambra. All those things for just 4 years. Second year, he claimed to bring a computer. Are you giving somebody a computer where there is there's no light? He go bring a desktop and give to people inside village. No road to go where you keep computer. Who is fooling who? Before you know it, when he wanted to go the second time, he went and he went to the hospital in Oka, do some rehabilitation, put some salaries for the nurse so that they can be able to get the second this thing. Before he enter now, he begin to pull up. Look at Obiano. Obiano was there because of you. Let me let you know. Nobody know Obiano. Obiano was just a former managing director of Fidelity Bank, which is where this guy man was the highest man there. Peter Obi. Now, if he was in another party, not APC, because you know what that party was, you know what is what, you start hammering on it earlier. If he was in any party, he will kill Anambra State. But because he went to the wrong party, that's what make it to lose the party, lost this governor ticket. This man came up now. That director, if this man doesn't know about the killing our people on August 30th, why haven't he spoke to it today? Because the commissioner cannot just give order to shoot without consulting the governor. Look at what the breaking news now you're hearing about Imo State. The commissioner of police, this man is aware of what is happening, which is governor of Imo State. Okora Hausa is aware of going to, okay, now they cannot be able to, now what they did, they cannot be able to find where Radio Biafra is. They are not going to people's house, they cannot be able to jam it now. They are not going to people's house. How can you go to somebody's house and take radio? BBC London that outside rumors carry when they are doing security and suya. How many times have we already called them say, bring this radio? These people have become problem. And that's something I want to say, please. Don't support any governor like you are talking about Wike. Wike is just doing now because you don't know his faith in the court. If Wike now win the election now in the court now, become a proper this thing, you will see the bad side of him. He just try to tie road now because you don't know his faith. So that people will be for him. These people are all the same. None of them are Biafran. They are nobody because they believe they are spoiling their 4 years for them. Now that they want to win their own tenure, is that when they want to be come and spoil it, looking for Biafra? None of them in support. Like the day they made the meeting, I'll give instances now. The day they made the meeting, you say why did they conclude, including Wike? That meeting is not for favor of Biafra. That meeting for them to enter APC the same time so that they can blame one person. That meeting is all about. They want to enter APC so that he won't blame Obiano alone. He want to go with the governor of Enugu and with the Bazo, so they will switch it because now PDP have no power more anymore. Good Lord have already scattered PDP. So they want to go in so that he won't blame Obiano alone. No, they want to go together. So these people don't advertise for anybody. Anybody you see that claim that the tie road is his duty to tie road, it's not his money. So don't call anybody when you are on the stage, you promote him or doing work. If you do well, so be. He's waiting for court. Once court declare him winner of rightful owner, winner of the place, he will bring the bad side of him. All these people are politicians. They are all in the same caucus. That is what I have Director. Ugo Chinyere Biafra.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. Incidentally, I agree with you 100% in everything you said. There is something about Anambra. There is something about Anambra and the governor's lodge in Anambra that worries me. With the exception of Ngige, and as our brother said, the only reason why Ngige did not kill anybody is because he did not relax very well in office. Maybe if he was relaxed, he would look for somebody to kill. You are also right. I told Ngige, any other party, you would have walked it. Nobody will compete with you. You are in the wrong party. I made it very clear to him, but he wouldn't listen. So, Mbadiniju killed somebody. P2B killed people. Now, Obi are not the same killed people. The reason why we say it is because there will be vengeance. We will avenge the death of our people. For those of you who can read between the lines, we've already started, of course. Let me make it very clear to all of them. Willie Obiano will suffer and you will hear about it. We have one thing they do not have. They are afraid of death. We are not afraid of death. They said 13 snipers were coming from England to kill me on the 30th of May. I was in Aba to die in Aba. Then they will see how serious we are. You know, they don't know how serious we are yet. The same thing is going to happen. I will go back home after this tour. Of course, I'm going back home. That's where I'm based. And I'm no law. I stay at home. Some of you don't know this. You think I'm in London? You are dreaming. I came from home. Our officers who I meet with regularly at home, they know I stay at home. To that very Biafra, and I'm returning after this very trip. Biafra is not easy. Anybody coming and telling you, oh, we go to court, we present the case. A country where there is no law, a governor can kill people and get away with it. And we voted, that is, I want to go mad. The people he killed voted for him. That is the one that wants to drive me insane. Those were the people we told, go and vote for Obiano, no APC in Anambra. And he gave the order that they should be killed. I want to tell them, you get as he be. There is something evil about that. And we, of course, now will avenge their death. That is obvious. You hear about it now. You hear about it. This is Radio Biafra. We are live and direct. The whole world is calling us and we expect them to. Let's see what they have to say. The caller on the phone, can you hear me? Can they hear me? I don't know. The caller on the phone, can you hear me? No. They can't hear me. I don't know what's going on. The caller on the phone, can you hear me? Not at all. Not at all. You know that I've traveled a lot and our mixer has bounced around a lot. That is no longer picking up signals as it should. So what we are going to do is to keep managing until we finish this. Tomorrow we get another one because it's no longer picking up the calls that people are making. Let's try again. The caller on the phone, can you hear me? No, they cannot hear me. Who has something to say here, please? You go ahead and say it. Please give me a microphone. I don't know what is going on here. I have no idea what on earth is happening. We'll keep trying, of course. We'll keep trying. Please go ahead.
Great Biafras. The great Biafras. My name again is Ifechukwu Onone. Director, you are welcome to Malaysia.
Thank you very much.
Director, I have a music for you. Biafra mutana wa marama. Biafra land mutana wa marama. O merani pe. Britain na chonde nwere oyiri ka ha ṅụọ. America na chonde nwere oyiri ka ha ṅụọ. Director na-achụ ụmụnne ya n'ụwa niile ka anyị na director meta onye dịghị mma na Biafra.
Ụmụ Chineke.
Director, you are highly welcome to Malaysia.
Thank you very much and I'm glad to be here.
Director, we miss you so much. I'm happy to see you today. And I want to use this opportunity to tell our people all over the world. Last time I called, I said I've come out from prison. And the director, I want to show you one thing as we are here today. And so our people here, this is our struggle. Ano na-egwu awunye ọmakwa egwu ya achị akịta ya chaya mgbanya ka dị mma. Maka na egwu akụba na anya achagara na ọya amazi onye ọwụ. Onye ya na nwanne ya jere agha akpịrị ego ife ajụ na me ewo
mụ na nwanne njere agha nwere gụta n'ụzọ re nwanne ya mara Chukwu azụwo ha na tiwa wụsa da mgbụrụbachege tiwo ha na great Biafrans. Director, you are welcome again.
Thank you.
Director, I want to show you one thing. I need the Mundano na Malaysia and Wiki Web to one Jenga for Malaysia. And they Jenga for Biafra. Makana Yambe Guada, there you go. Makana this struggle I know Nimiani. Ha. Ndo na onwo there. Onwo na ndo. And that one some of us ndeno here. Like for more be fechukwu one on Malaysia government in Ganwa we open noboda. I don't need some guys who work with Obi. You have to have Jenga for Biafran. Great Biafrans. Makananda outside is a too much. And we know everywhere they are in Malaysia. My people, I want to assure you one thing. As far as Malaysia is concerned, you have to begin a struggle for Biafra. If you come out your man to die for Biafra, or if you come out your man to go jail for Biafra, I'm telling you, we have lawyers that bring you out within 2 years. But we make sure that the person is not alive anymore. Great Biafrans. Jambe gwano limiani. Odagari kwana. Aicha nina go news now what is going on in our land. Oboda muna yuno Malaysia. Ndo oboda webta gronye obuna kpuro onwe ya onye Nigeria ya oboda. Iro n'ime as I come out, I know many people. Ndo oboda na boss our house. 10,000, 20,000 you pay, you come out. You don't pay, you go jail. After jail, you go back to Nigeria. I personal, I'm compiling list to sue Nigeria government court in this land. I personal. This is not for Biafra. If you go to Sembeyi camp, if any person doubt me, tomorrow morning or this night, I can call authority of prisoner in this Malaysia. We can go tomorrow. That's why some people, when you say yourself you're in Nigeria, when I see you, if it be like let me kill you. If you go to Sembeyi camp, you will see our people there, the old Biafrans. Some there are 1 year, 2 years waiting for ticket. If you go to many prison, we are all over the world, or in Malaysia. But to stay, our people don't want to understand. I want to send this message to our people. Here in Malaysia, I can promise Biafra even tomorrow I can go and bring one senator's son that's studying here. I want to show them that here in Malaysia, I speak Hausa very well. I know how to get them in Malaysia. And as far as Malaysian law is concerned, I know Malaysian law, and I know what will take me. Because I'm not afraid of anything in Malaysia. Great Biafrans. Why enjoy the Wifa? Some of us, not both home, both here. Otana like a person, only ground one guy. Because so te go. Oh, we don't do that about Tawakan. Anya ka go Tawakan no bra de tired. Obro dan your for. No boda name be for for Biafra. Once he went to be for struggle and me for Biafra. Highest Malaysia charge Koson Tega Doa. Or you take it 1 year, we fight the case. I have lawyer, we fight for you, we come out. Confirm. But we make sure that life Adrozi. Because no munem. Egwa no nimiani adagarigo. Oh, get direct to Kuneni, the many people all over the world. Nde jenga for Biafra. But I'm about Monday Malaysia, open on the web through. Makama no one chori jenga. Mwana mwa bi fechukwu wono no chori jenga. Makana Bible na Google si no yobna na chondo. Oya tufundi ya. Mwana yobna na cho oha. Makana obo ya si anwo na anwo. Great Biafrans. do biko ni direct you opportunity when I see director no hinne na Malaysia anytime ọbụna nọ ncheta gị obi na-esi m ike na-ararụ ụra cheta gị obi na-esi m ike maka na amata na onye ji gị ji fe o nwere na ndị niile nọ n'obodo a bụ ndebe anyị even oge mbakwa n'ime ịgwacha ha nwee okwukwe n'obere oge na ha ga-apụta o nwere many ụmụnne anyị ndị nọcha hanging block they always crying every time
In this place?
in this Malaysia. I can
Hanging.
take you there tomorrow. There are many of them. Many of them. They are hanging block waiting for kill or for king pardon in this land. Many of them. Both Anambra, Imo State, many of them. Biafrans, they are Biafrans. Onwere fo nya Hausa no there. Onwere fo Yoruba no there. So munne bikoni. Oya amasim ka ewepụta obi anyị onye ọbụla na-achọ ndụ ọ na-atụfu ya mana iwepụta obi gị nwụọ for ya land udo maka na ya wee shu abịakwa nwụọ maka ihe anyị ka dị ndụ ka ezie mee na gị wa ya anwụkwa ka ndị ọzọ dị ndụ biko na ụmụnne m ọ na-eme na-agụ n'ụzọ na-eme na be ya ọ na-agba m anya mmiri a na-agụ ihe na-eme na be anya ọ na-agba m anya mmiri kedu ka ya esi bụcha ndị nwere nna na-eri nri ezi kedu ka ya esi chọba ụmụ eze na-ata afụ kedu ka ndị Hausa ya esi wee na-acha ndị Hausa niile n'obodo a ọnwa chọrọ ịda atụmya na-ekwu tomorrow ya bịa ka mkpoji ya some many places ka ọ fụ cars ndị ụmụ ndị Hausa n'anya n'obodo a confirm ịchọ ọnwa ebe mma kpoje gị n'obodo a Getting Island ka m gosi gị ihe ụmụ ndị Hausa ji ego mụ na gị na-abụ na-eme n'obodo a bọtụ n'ebe anyị nọ achọwa 1 naira achọ 2 naira ọfọs a na-ararụrụ abalị dobiko nika ewepụta obi director Chineke na-edu gị a sị na ọ na-eme n'iru ị ga-anọ n'azụ ọ na-eme n'azụ ị ga-anọ n'iru osi ọbụla fụrụ gị ma nkwụ ya maju ugwu ọnụ ajọ mmadụ ha ya afụ gị ndị nọ n'ụlọ ndị okenye arụrụ ana niile anyị nwụrụ their days are number direct to do the great Biafrans.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. This is Radio Biafra. We are live and direct, and Chukwu Okike Abiyama is in heaven, and only him can preside over the affairs of man on this very earth. We will keep trying to take some calls if we can. I presume that I have a caller on the line. Can you hear me?
Yeah, Director.
Caller
Good
on the
evening,
phone.
Director.
Can you hear me? The caller on the phone. Can you hear me? No.
Hello, my Director. Hear you right
The
now.
caller on the phone. Can you hear me? I have no idea what is going on, but for some reason, all of these doesn't appear to be working. It doesn't appear to be working. Is it the volume or what? I don't know what is wrong with it. All this smartphone. And only kind of China beacon. I don't know what is going on. This is Radio Biafra. We are live and direct. If you call us, we will be able to take your call. If we can feed the audio through our system, remains another issue altogether. The number to call, I repeat, is +60 11211 31739. Is it better now? Any joy? Is it okay now? Is it okay? Let us try and see if it is going to work. If it works, then we thank Chukwu Okike Abiyama. Let's see. The caller on the line, can you hear me? The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Amazing stuff. Can you hear
My
me?
name is HK.
No.
Yes, sir.
I
My
don't
name is
think
HK
this
Paul.
is working at all. Take it out once again, and I will put it in this phone, and I will see if it's going to work. Bring out the SIM card, please, and so we can change it here. This is Radio Biafra, please. Does anybody else have something to say here, or many people still have something to say? Give them the microphone for them to continue saying what they need to say. Very, very critical, please. Very, very important. Who has something to say? Give the microphone, please. Go ahead.
Great Biafrans. Great Biafrans. Once again, my name is Mazi Nwabulebo Nkwachukwu Oki. His Excellency, welcome back to Malaysia. And the last time you came here last year, I traveled back to Biafra land.
Yes.
So I couldn't make it while I was rushing to return to Malaysia. So you've left. I started listening to Radio Biafra last year. My friend that stays in South Africa told me about Radio Biafra. So since then I started listening until one day His Excellency said that you can be a Biafran, but you need to join a family meeting. So I've been donating to this struggle privately, but I don't donate in the zonal this thing. So when I went to Damansara Damai, I think one early morning someone called. I think Sunday morning. Someone called Radio Biafra and gave out phone number. So I started to call the number, and Onyebuchi, our coordinator, took the call. So I spoke with him. I joined the zonal meeting here. So what I'm trying to say is this: we all came here, maybe for one need or the other. Just like His Excellency used to say, that we came to Malaysia, or we traveled to Hong Kong, we traveled to US, we traveled to Europe, we traveled to all over the world. Kago ngaribu ndebany. No. Kago ngaribu ndebany, no. As young as I was then, I came to Malaysia 2010, I came to Malaysia. I didn't know anything. I came here, I don't know anybody. I came to Malaysia, I don't even know anybody. I came to Malaysia, I arrived in Malaysia, I don't know anybody. I left home. So this is the same thing he's reading from the book of Deuteronomy, that we will scatter everywhere. See, we are everywhere. We are all over the world, not even among nations, but among people. When you count, okay, see, my daughter, a Malaysian, is a Malaysian. See the name. Nkechi Nyere, Obioma Esther Oki. See, this is a Malaysian, my daughter, who is supposed to be a Biafran. But she is a Malaysian. I am married to a Malaysian. Because we are running away from home. I studied at Segi University College.
They said, do you know what the Bible said? I will give your sons and your daughters to foreigners.
It is happening. This is my daughter. This is the passport, Malaysian. She is a Malaysian. We are all scattered everywhere, all over the world. We are scattered all over the world. We don't even, when I graduated from Segi College, I was scared to go back home. We need to beg school to give us 6 months, extra 6 months visa. Extra 6 months. Some are begging for 8 months. Just 8 months to stay in Malaysia, because we are scared to go back to our place. I graduated alongside with some Hausa boys. Upon their in fact, once they defend their project, they are going back and return for graduation. They will go back first, then they will return for graduation. But you don't have money to go back and return again for graduation, so you have to stay in Malaysia, begging school for 6 months visa. You will be begging school for 6 months visa. We are scattered all over the world. All over the world, not even among nations, but among people. He was saying this. He said among people. And one thing, when I started listening to Radio Biafra, when I heard his voice, His Excellency. He refers to the late Dimegu Ojukwu as His Excellency. I gave him that title, His Excellency. I have not met Ojukwu. I was when I started listening to his voice, the voice that came to my mind was his voice was sounding more like Ojukwu, because I listened to a lot of speeches that Ojukwu, the late Dim Ojukwu, made. So I thought this is Ojukwu. So until I started seeing images of him appearing on the internet, I say, So when you hear his voice, if you are a true and genuine Biafra, if you hear his voice without him explaining anything or answering questions, if you hear him, when you hear him, you will know that this one is true. I was in the zoo. When we were in zoo, they were doing masob. I never joined masob. The reason was because our neighbor, one creepy boy named Chibike, he joined masob. And because I don't like that boy, for the fact that the boy joined masob, I condemned masob. Just like that. For the fact that the boy joined masob, I don't know masob. I don't even know it was Ricky. I don't even know. He joined masob. Then I said, this one must not be a good organization for that boy to join it.
Yeah, because
so
they say birds of the same feather flock together.
Flocks together. It's as simple as ABCD. We can see it. We see. Someone was just my dear brother was speaking here, saying that our brothers they are waiting for execution in Malaysia. I remember when I finished secondary school in 2005. I remember very well. Malaysians were in New Haven, Enugu, begging us to come and study. Begging us to come to Malaysia and study. No visa. This Malaysia. All of a sudden, everything changed. We started fleeing our place. See, we are all over everywhere. The other day, I was in a restaurant talking with some people. So you will see some Biafrans. They will be talking like Hausa people. They will be talking like a Biafran opened his mouth and said that his hero is Awolowo. I am telling you, a Biafran. He said that his hero is Awolowo. The murderous Awolowo.
Do you know if his father is from Yoruba land? The father could be Yoruba. You don't know.
The murderous Awolowo, he said, is his hero. I looked at him. I just stood up and walked away. Because this type of person, he cannot listen to argument. He cannot debate. Just like someone was yelling at His Excellency in Hong Kong. I was listening. I said, what type of human being is this? Say he's from Benin. He's from Benin. Just for this His Excellency to ask him one or two questions, he started shouting. He cannot answer basic questions. I used to listen to His Excellency. He answers all questions. There was something that a man stood up and said during his speech at a World Igbo Congress. You know what the man said? The man said that he has seen that this man can answer every question we have here. Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is? The man said that we don't need to waste more time here because he can answer every question that we have here. So who is it that will answer every question that everybody have here? It means you are right. You need to be right. You need to be right. I asked somebody was saying he's a pastor from Calabar in Malaysia. I asked that. He said, I've heard about Nnamdi Kanu. I have heard, I think something is wrong with him. And I say, okay, can you figure out, just point out one thing he said that is untrue. I mean, fact that has been fact checked and say that this thing is proven to be false. Name one thing. He started scratching. He don't know. He doesn't even listen. He doesn't even pay attention. How can he know? He does not know. So what I am saying is, there was a boy, in fact a man, he said that any day I Nkwachukwu Okinyi, I hear from Ndiaba in Ikwano, if any day I meet with His Excellency face to face, that he will become an IPOB member. He said so. I came here with my wife. I said I must meet him. I wanted to travel back home. I said no, I will not travel. Even I didn't know, it was my wife who told me that His Excellency has arrived in Colombo. My wife told me. I said, I started calling Onyebuchi. I called him. I said, he says, is he? I said, yeah. He changed his schedule. I said, I didn't know. I did not know. It was my wife who told me that he just saw my wife. My wife liked him on Facebook or something. He just saw an my wife liked him on Facebook or something. He just saw an
looking at you in the face. El Rufai is there looking at you in the face as he confirmed with his mouth, I sponsor terrorism, because today there's still killings going on in southern Kaduna, isn't it? Why God sometimes just goes, when God is blessing other parts of the world, when it comes to Africa, he will just fly past and say, people that paid their fellow, they didn't say we paid Hausa, or we paid Bachama people, or we paid Kanu people. No, they said the reason when a Fulani governor of Kaduna State opened his mouth and said, I gave terrorists money. We possess an analytical mind. We analyze everything, and he's an intellectual. When he see the little bed bug, he's like a bed bug. What is it called? Bug now. That sucks blood. He's like a bed bug, as tiny as a rat. He can fit into a pigeonhole of a car. They're as small as demonic as they come. Terrifying. Chinch. That's a bed bug is chinch. It's called chinch. The idiot is a terrorist. He's the one paying bandits to come in to kill people. And you're profiling. We want to profile. When this idiot opened his mouth to say, I want to go and pay and bring terrorists into the country to come and kill all of you idiotic Nigerians. You want to begin profiling. Why don't you start from El Rufai that brought foreign bandits in the first place? Why don't you go and profile him? It's called change. To drink your blood in the middle of the night like Fulani Janjaweed headsmen. Terrorists. Brought Miet Yala. Miet Yala is a legitimate stakeholder. The fourth largest terror group in the world. Legitimate stakeholder. And all of you that Nigeria, let's pray for our country. Archbishop of Ecumenical Council. Stupid, idiotic titles that has no meaning whatsoever. Stupid, idiotic. Only in the zoo. Only in the zoological republic. The same people, the same Fulani people that brought in their terrorists into the army, sent some of them to Olo, the same people that have a terrorist as a serving minister, who is privy to every intelligence secret in the zoo. These fools are still asking or wondering about the identity of the people leaking key intelligence secrets, like even their troop movement, to the savages from the foothills of Futajalon, to their own fellow in-house bred terrorists. They are profiling Nigerians to confuse all of you idiots. And Yoruba media will buy this rubbish hook, line, and sinker, as if they are fools, as if they're not educated, as if they don't have any brain. The same thing with their useless pastors, idiotic pastors, claiming they are serving Christ, but they're watching as things are going wrong. They did not hear about Martin Luther King. They claim they are pastors. They do not know about Dr. Martin Luther King from the pulpit, preaching the word of God and challenging evil. These idiots telling me about one night. People like the United States Africa desk. You people are making it a lot more for our country. You are wondering those who are ESN with Nigerian army. In and around Soka. No. We are battling Fulani terrorists. Now the Nigerian army came and joined them because that was their plan from our land. Do you understand? They gave military uniforms to Fulani terrorists. They are not army personnel. They are terrorists. I don't know why some reporters will say that this is of Nigerian army currently engaging. No, you cannot profile El Rufai, who is there. Is engaging. You are not profiling. And the Subanja is there like a church rat under the cabinet, cannot say a word. Stick out and say, let's pray for the country. What is the zoo all of you want to say? Vundiara, a country that of 200 million people, they claim you cannot remove one single Fulani terrorist from office. Not one. And you're telling me that you people punish all of you, Ndiara. God punish all of you, useless people. How can we now distinguish between a genuine army and a genuine police officer? Some of you say, oh, unknown gunmen. How do you know that those unknown gunmen are killing and not terrorists? How do you know that? This is a country that's doing nothing, and terrorists are in the army, killing innocent people. I said to them, I will call the whole world, that the world may know how foolish black people are. They brought terrorists, the same killers of our. You think they're going to do? All of you idiots in the zoo. What do you think bringing terrorists to the army is going to do? How do we know who is a terrorist and who is a regular soldier? How do you even terrorists from Niger Republic, from Mali, is in southern Kaduna, killing people and abducting. You arrest him, you rehabilitate him, you put him in the army. Is he a Nigerian or is he a Malian? God in heaven. God in heaven. Please give your people some sense. Give your people some sense. Oh, Heavenly Father, black people are useless. You are telling me that a killer brought in by El Rufai can be killing people in southern Kaduna? Oh, Chineke, God in heaven. I want to ask Nigerian government in a court of law anywhere in the world. How do you know that those they deployed in our law are not terrorists? How do you know that? Oh my God in heaven. Nobody right now. In fact, I'm telling all of you, we must see every police officer and every army personnel deployed to know which one is a terrorist recruited by El Rufai into the army. From not even local terrorists, from Mali, from Senegal. God. Now you can see alleged people that we don't know their names. I want to ask Daily Trust newspaper, Premium Times. These are Fulani newspapers wearing army uniform that claim he or she has repented. It's a simple question. How do we know if they are terrorists or not? Explain that to me. Because you people are the ones bringing terrorists into the army and into the police. How do we know? You see, you can never against us. How can we distinguish between a genuine army or police officer and those terrorists from the side set is to do us harm? How do we know? They are now in the army, they are now in the police. That is why all army and police units deployed to Biafra land must be seen as enemies. Moron, no efulefu can tell us who is a genuine soldier and who is a Fulani terrorist turned into a soldier. Nobody can tell us. Nobody can tell us. This is the mess. This is the mess the world must come to terms with. Because all of them are terrorists to us. All of them are terrorists. These Fulani government are the ones that brought terrorism into the army. They integrated terrorists into the army. Now you understand why they decided to deploy exclusively Fulani officers to lead the invasion and occupy Imo State. And the George Obiozor and the cocaine snorting Mrs. Tambuwal of River State. How are you sure this is in the first place? You people are beyond stupid. You people are beyond idiocy. I'm telling you the truth. Beyond idiocy. Beyond fully. The time now is 3 minutes past 9. If you want me to stop, I will stop. I've been given a message to preach and I must preach it. That the world may bear me witness. That in his time, he came and he spoke the truth. Not Nigerian army shuns southern officers, deploys northern commanders to quell tension in southeast. Only northern officers. Only northern officers. How? Because they are not from your ethnic group. And as you're coming, you're going to die there. You will die and your land will be taken over by the real terrorists this time around. You bring people from the Sahel. They don't speak English. They don't speak Hausa. They don't speak nothing. They come with the AK-47 to kill, to maim. You must bear with me. You must bear with me. It is raining very, very heavily. You may hear the noise. But I must preach the gospel that Elohim has mandated me to preach. I must preach it. I must preach it. Wait, useless people that cannot reason very well. Useless people. I am here to make you reason for one idiotic mess that some of you are in. People who cannot think straight. Who cannot think straight. How do we know? They are bringing all of them. After proscribing IPOB, you proscribe IPOB. Omahi and his friends did. They proscribed IPOB. And as a result, my parents are dead today. You must hear this. I'm going to reply Omahi through a quote by a Mulani must leave our land. Biafra must be declared with full uninterrupted sovereignty. Biafra is what we're looking for. Nothing more. If you're looking for people to bribe, you are mistaken. We are unbribable. We are unbribable. We don't need anything from anybody. We are asking for Biafra, and Biafra we're going to get, or we all die in the process. I assure you of that. Your friends, we are busy killing our people in a bunch. You did nothing. Instead, you encouraged them against your own people. When IPOB rose up 4 years ago to challenge them, you sent the police and the army to go and kill people. You sent the police and the army to go and kill people. I am glad that today Dave Umahi with his mouth has confessed. Who made it possible, I ask of you? The volunteer command of indigenous people of Biafra. Not it. Something Umahi could not do. Something no governor could have done. We did it ourselves. Of course, by the grace of the Most High. Who made it possible, I ask of you? The same people that you proscribed, the same indigenous people of Biafra. You're not ashamed of yourself. You're looking for who to negotiate with. You're a fool. You're a complete fool. I am glad that you have confessed. The same IPOB volunteers and ESN you despise so much. If any of you Efulefu think that allowing Fulani terrorists into our land guarantees you a path to Asorok, then you are more foolish than I thought. None of you Igbo politicians will smell Asorok. None of you will ever go to Asorok. You will never go to Asorok. Never, ever, ever. No Igbo. If you like, you try and see now. Of course, there will be no campaign, so talk less of that rubbish. None of you will smell Asorok. Since all of you came out to gang up against Biafra, none of you will ever smell Asorok. None of you will. Asikiwe, that landed us in the mess we are in today is what you want to play again. Only this time around, with the very worst the Fulani race has to offer, which is that on all of you pastors claiming you're preaching the word of God. You are all serpents, all of you. Ndoshi. Today, you fools, them left, right, and center. You don't know the wonder. They will rise up. Is that what you think? Is that what you're thinking? One day they will rise and have risen up. One day they will never ever stop. I assure you. You fools are condemning unknown gunmen. You killed. You think we can fold our hands? You keep killing for eternity? Now you know you bleed as well. That thing you have, we have it. You kill us, we kill you. You arrest us, we're going to arrest your children. Anything you want, we give you. Because it is Biafra or death. Biafra or we all die. Get him Biafra. I remember how they were jubilating when people were being forced. I know you have stupid pride and ego. You will take the bait because you're Fulani, you're foolish. You will take this bait I'm handing over to you. You will come to Fulani Empire, the end of Fulani Caliphate. It will start from Biafra land. It will start from Olo. I assure you, start from Olo. The end of Fulani Caliphate will start from Olo. In Imo State. Go and mark it down somewhere. It's called hubris. You're going to get it. Do you know what they did? Your so-called DSS abducting people. Go to the tweet by Senator Sheikh who said, you know, he's Fulani. But sometimes he is like a human being. I don't like it to change away. He doesn't reason. Like a typical Janjaweed. In Nupe land, Nupe in Niger State, Nupe land is flowing with blood every blessed day. Do you know what DSS said? DSS wrote a memo. The same DSS kidnapping people everywhere in the East. Did you know that DSS wrote a memo asking Niger people not to panic, that the bandits are passing their area, not to panic? Are you aware of that? Are you aware of that? That they wrote saying, oh, bandits are passing your area, people. But in Niger State, DSS, Department for State Security, or SSS, they are busy giving passing. Shehu Sani tweeted a message. People living in the outskirts of Abuja were told by DSS not to panic and run when they were about to see headsmen on transit. Headsmen on transit with AK-47 inside Abuja. DSS. Why? Because it's bit of the Fulani will lead them to come to Biafra land, and there they will die. I'm telling you the truth. They will die there. Excessive pride is what's going to kill them. Result of Fulani foolishness and pride. The most backward, un-indigenous tribe in Nigeria coming to conquer the owners of the land. Fulani can never ever take 1 inch of Biafra land. They cannot take it. DSS is colluding with them, writing supposed to take our land. Can't you see it? Can't you see it? I'm asking you. Can you not see it? The zoo is dead and can never, ever be resurrected. Leah Shuai. Is in captivity. Had Leah Shuaibu been a Muslim girl by now, every Christian is tithe and offering one Nigeria, whereas a Christian girl is in captivity. In captivity. The same thing cannot happen. Are the ones granting passage to terrorists in Niger State and in Abuja? The same people. Don't take my word for it. It was tweeted by. What does it tell you about what Nigeria? I'm asking you. This is the one Nigeria of Phoebe Joshua. This is the one Nigeria for Deboye. This is the one Nigeria of all these criminal pastors. This is one Nigeria for you. We are DSS on one hand is abducting people in the south, and in the north they are giving passageway to terrorists. Shoot at sight in Olo, and I say hallelujah, hallelujah, bring it on. Come to Olo and do shoot at sight and go free. Come and do it now. Let us see. Come and do shoot at sight. I am praying for it. Come and do shoot at sight. Come and do shoot at sight. I said to you before, you don't understand how mad we are for Nigeria. Will you do the same for Nigeria? I'm asking you. Will you do the same for Nigeria? I'm asking you. Will you do the same for this Zolo? Come and do it in Olo. Then you will see her. You have seen nothing yet. What you're seeing now, you're complaining. I am asking Biafrans tonight to prepare for all-out war. Because if they carry out this very threat, I don't care where you come from. If you're in the east, you will go down. Let them carry this shit aside. Let them carry it out. Every APC politician will die. I assure you of that. Then you know how insane we are. Come and carry it out now. Let us see you. Let us see you. There are useless, idiotic people. Is your enemy? They are gaining something from you. They don't want you to be free. That person is your enemy. And you must fight that very person with the last thing that you have in your possession. In Fulani, they think they are stubborn. You went to APSU to go and take students. You think you hold on to them now? Hold on to them. You will see what will happen to you. If you are in the army or police, leave Biafra land. Burn your uniform. Burn it. Burn your uniform because anyway. They have banned dancing during wedding. You can no longer. There are dances that are considered immoral in Kanu State. And that is Mrs. Tambuwal of River State said. I understand he is always under the influence of drugs. So I will try to take my time. Today is Sunday. On Tuesday night, I will dissect this for him. I want to let Mrs. Tambuwal understand. He said rivers can succumb to secessionist agenda. Rivers cannot. How will ocean succumb? Or stream? Or mountain? Or valley? If river cannot succumb, rivers cannot succumb to secessionist. What is rivers? You were created to spite Biafra. Core states, Cross River, Ogoja, River, Sinka, because you were trained with abandoned property money. You're a thief. Your family are rogues. You people benefited from abandoned property. You went to Bini, they rejected you. They told you you're not from Bini. Is that not the case? from Unkwe are no longer, you have no brain. You snort cocaine and you drink Hennessy. Rivers people. What's the meaning of rivers? What is the meaning of rivers? You idiot, I'm asking you. What's the meaning of rivers? With idiots like you everywhere. They are lunatics all over the place. You're from Benin. Benin rejected. Oh, China. But I'll look into your case in greater detail next time. I will tell you about Ikwere men who are proud to be Igbo people because you are in government house. All of a sudden, you are rivers. Very soon, you'll be ocean. I want to let our people understand this, that the media blackmail against IPOB has increased recently. If you go to Google now and you type in Nnamdi Kanu, believe you me, all you see are news from BBC. And you know that BBC are neo-colonialists. You know that BBC, even including BBC, they are working for slave masters in Britain. You must understand that. I was very, very disheartened that even Amnesty high up anybody. They have bought over Google. They have also bought over Amnesty International in Nigeria, who are now carrying unverified news by people that want to sustain the zoological republic. Daily Trust, Punch newspaper, and all the rest of them, even Amnesty International, no investigation done. And Amnesty is carrying such rubbish on their Twitter that will corrupt you. And I'm sad to say that Amnesty International in Nigeria, they have now been compromised fully. They have now been bought over by the zoo. There must be daily rebuttals to checkmate what all these evil people are doing against us. They can never prevail. We have always defeated the zoo. In this very battle, we are also going to defeat them. We are going to defeat them. I have a few special announcements to make tonight, and I will. Everybody must stick to their lane, please. I don't want anybody from the US to participate in our rapid response or medical call anymore. I have not allocated to them. Nobody from the USA will participate in our rapid response group or in our medical call. Dr. Onyise is hereby suspended from IPOB with immediate effect. Anybody who deals with him will be expelled from the movement. Dr. Onyise is suspended from IPOB with immediate effect. We are losing men on the ground abroad, are calling commanders, calling them and sending them chicken change. Trying to alter our command structure on the ground. That is why Dr. Onyise says, then you know I'm not joking. All you can do is to go and gossip for 6 months, and after that, you'll be history, as the rest were before you. ESN is out of bounds. Anybody that contacts ESN operatives on the ground, I will dismiss you live here on air. I'm not joking. Remember what I told us many years ago? Now they're going to die. And then after that, Biafra will come. I told you this in 2014. And it's happening before our eyes this very day. As always, remember that we have no other religion other than Biafra. Biafra is our religion. Is our God. with all the love in my heart, believe it or not, with all the love in my heart, from me, from here, good evening.